easy motherfucker easy โอ้บัสเย้ตึงอย่างตึง
Oftentimes on the jet, but this is one of the maps where they don't make that happen.
Yeah, and DRX is completely ready for this, but they do get stunned up. I mean, this is the problem when you're going up against a Neon and a Breach. There's so many possibilities of flash and stun combos. Even if you're ready for it, you will just get punched straight up.
Yeah, and you see DRX trying to rotate now, but they run into some Killjoy utility, as now they're just going to go back the other way. But yeah, PRX, even on the defensive side, they oftentimes, especially on a map like Fracture, will be in your face. They will be the ones that are actually attacking you, as Forsaken on the run actually does not elect to go behind the wall and instead just gets shot in the back by Buzz.
Yeah, I mean, he had no idea that Buzz was that close. Buzz actually opening up tower as well. This is all thanks to Buzz being ready to swing on it, and I'm really glad that DRX, instead of having Buzz try to go for this 1v1, they actually peeked first for him. RB watching the flank as well.
Oh, and they have the Viper arm as well. This is a fantastic setup for DRX as they read the rotation coming out from PRX through their own spawn. It's really not going to be easy for Divide and Mindfreak. Don't have much of a chance to make it in as well. Going to open up with one kill for Divide.
Not much time left, right? And Divide already pretty hurt.
กาแฟไหมตื่นนัวๆอย่างนี้กาแฟดีกว่าไหม
It's 4 kills. I mean, they're going to hold the defuse. Mindfreak not able to get that kill, though. And Buzz is the hero of the first round as he actually pulls off a clutch, like an official clutch, as he picks up the 4K and stops the defuse from coming in.
Yeah, absolutely huge round from Buzz, because here's the thing. They already lost their jet. They were a man down. If Buzz wasn't able to open up the first kill, if he wasn't able to open up tower, he would have never been able to flank around through sewers as well. I mean, Buzz single-handedly working this east side for the team and getting them on the board first.
ใครจะดูแม่ล่ะใช่ไหม
It's really awesome stuff. PRX came out firing, and DRX immediately read the book and are doing a great job.
Force buy coming out from PRX on defense.
Well, so much for that. Because
โอ้ยฟอร์ดเหรออ้าวเปเปอร์เล็กทำอะไรลงไปเปเปอร์เล็กทำอะไรลงไปครับนั่น
He is going to be essentially the guy that's going to be opening up the site. You don't often see those top-level rifles bought in the second round.
แล้วไม่เจอด้วยโอ้
gonna immediately open up the killing, gets that first blood in B main.
Yeah, I mean, you can already tell the idea from PRX was, try to get a Marshall shot here or
there,
but if anything, try to scare them off into the other site. We'll be prepared on A site, but Forsaken got dropped so early on. There was no concern for that from the side of DRX. And then on top of that, I mean, PRX went for this force buy, but like you mentioned, Valdez, DRX, they stacked a lot of full armor, right? 4 people with full armor. These stingers, especially at this range, are not going to do much damage.
Yeah, now you're in a rough spot. You force
มันไม่มีอะไรที่มันสายเกินไปครับน้อง
I have a classic.
ไม่มีคำว่า
Like they probably still want to, but they did kind of
เสียเวลาไหมมันเสียแน่แต่มึงต้องเอาเวลานั้นไปทำให้เป็นประโยชน์เช่นพาร์ทไทม์หาความรู้ไม่ใช่อยู่บ้านเล่นเกมครับผมมันนั้นมันจะเสียเปล่า
DRX cleaning up the rest of them. Jing does pick up 2, but there's not enough time on this spike, and he's just on the chase. But he does not even have enough health nor time, so he will go down, and DRX will take round 2.
All right, a high-risk choice from PRX, and it does not come back as a reward. They will have to sit back. They could go for a couple stingers again if they wanted, sheriff here and there, and then just match your econ for the next round. Kind of accept that you're going to go on that 3-round boss and get that streak.
1 ปีนั้นน่ะปีหน้ามึงจะไปทำอะไรอ่ะซิลมาแล้วทำอะไรอ่ะบางคนซิลมานั่งเล่นเกมแม่งจบจัดเลยนะ
Doing a good job for the team, keeping the economy stable and everybody, the key players with the Phantoms to make sure they get the job done. And yeah, we're not at the bonus yet because PRX had to, to save here essentially. They've got 4 sheriffs and a stinger. And they stacked the B site this time, but finally DRX looking to make a move towards A.
Yeah, but PRX is going to get here on time. I mean, we already see the Neon is through the smokes. They have a crossfire ready here in Sands. Can they get a kill? No, they cannot. Boxy good for 2.
Yeah, fantastic job. Mind Freak at least was able to pick up one, but Foxy is going on a rampage, only able to get 3. I say only because
เอาแล้วจริงไม่รู้เหรอว่าตรงนี้มันเปิดมุม
and RB at least able to lock it down here as they will get the spike plant as well, and something able to pick up a phantom here. So
เหี้ยเป๊ปเล็กเชียร์ไม่ขึ้นว่ะเหมือนจะโดน DRX ไงไม่รู้ว่ะ
He's just looking to do whatever damage he can, trying to get these fights in a 1v1 scenario, but he's not even going to win the first
มัน
one.
เลือกด่านนี้ใส่
Pretty
DRX เหรอวะ
PRX so far. It was noted that PRX
พี่ว่าด่านนี้ something แม่งไม่ค่อยเฉิดว่ะ
DRX in a series. It has not happened ever. And PRX have looked fantastic over the course of this regular season. They've really powered up towards the end of it as well. But yet, once again faced with DRX, they are having a very rough start.
Yeah, I mean, if you looked at the history, I think you would absolutely have to pick DRX as a prediction. But, you know, for me personally, I think this is one of the best shots that PRX has had. They look rejuvenated in this kind of version 3.0. If we look at their roster history, meanwhile, DRX, I would say they look stronger in general.
ยินดีด้วยกับที่เราสมหวังแล้วนะ
In
ฮะ
terms of stylistic composition versus PRX,
พี่ก็ยินดีที่จะสตรีมเป็นเสียงเวลาเครียดบ้างหาบ้างอะไรของน้องเสมอ
and that might work out in favor of PRX.
Yeah. I'm kind of on the same page with
ตอน
you,
นี้เรียน
William.
มอลังอยู่ครับคิดว่าอยากไปเข้ามอทอคณะเดิมบริหารโลจิสติกส์และคิดว่ามันจะโอเคไหม
Vandals, a lot of long angles
Hey yo, what's up?
with those Vandals on this map. Mako sitting back and spawn. He's going to spot this rotation coming in as the fault line now.
กินกาแฟดีไหม
Looking to charge on in there and
กาแฟ
catch Mako
ดี
first.
ครับ
As the Seekers do come out,
น้อย
they're not actually helping DRX. As something going to pick up another. And Buzz, the only one to pick up one for the team. So PRX strike back pretty strong in round 4.
Yeah, I mean, DRX, they were stuck between a rock and a hard place, and they made the correct decision that we have to turn and fight the forces coming out of A main. Otherwise, they would be absolutely pinched and have no idea how to fight. So they wanted to take one fight at a time. However, Mako tries to inch forward, gets stunned. His teammate's not able to help him. And at that point, you're outnumbered in that skirmish. And PRX just with really good trading from both sides as well. Good support from Divide.
Yeah.
Easy motherfucker easy เฮียดูมันพูดดิ
They can try to wrestle control back on this map away from DRX. DRX now looking to change up the tempo. A quick rush into Sands through the door, but Divide is here. He has been so reliable for this team. He's going to pick up 2.
There's too many members already
โอ้
here.
โหตันลงแรงจัด
Here with the showstopper
เจ็ด
as
แม่เป๊ปเล็ก
well.
เอาแล้วเป๊ปเล็กเอาแล้ว
Completely stopped in their advances.
Yeah, they just kind of got wrecked there in Sands. I mean,
Maybe
there's
they-
no way
oh,
to
left,
put it. It was equal firepower. It was a quick rush, but PRX were so ready for it. They had the neon right there. They used their showstopper. And that's all after Divide
มัน
picked
ก็
up
ต้องมี
2
ตรงมี
just
ตื่น
straight
สาย
up
กัน
kills.
บ้าง
And the way they set that up is they purposely just leave Sands open. They're not watching from ropes. They're not watching at the door. They're actually just holding sight. You can see on the minimap, Forsaken was already in the middle of that site, ready to provide support one way or the other. And then Jing flies in, allowing Forsaken to move forward and try to check for more members as well. Just really good prep on the A side from PRX. Now they're going to try to push out of Dish. PRX is continuing to change up their defensive default pushouts to keep DRX guessing.
Yeah, I mean, especially at the highest level of Valorant, this is something you have to do. I mean, Team Secret did showcase that you can just rush A site 12 times in a row, and that is a viable strategy because it kind of, you know, it's kind of like reverse psychology. They're not going to expect it. Something you can also do at the highest level, but generally, you want to be mixing and matching. Your mid-rounding is going to be very important. As something is spotted, immediately smokes come down. DRX is looking to push through main.
All right, something is going to play it safe. That is a part that PRX has been missing in the past, but they're regrouping. Now, they have their own counter lockdown. However, RB's going to have his orbital strike as well. So PRX, they're going to have to make their choices very careful. They actually just
โอ้
try to push
เหยียบ
through.
พิษแล้วทำไมไฟไม่ผ่านอ่ะ
I mean,
เจสันไฟฟิลครับไฟแบบไม่เข้ามา
is going to be destroyed at least, but here comes the rest of PRX. Jing able to get one. Foxy not really.
โอ้โอ้ขี้หรือเปล่า
Their own lockdown. It is going to drop
ใช่
the
ขี้หรือ
orbital
เปล่า
strike, but here's the thing. The orbital strike is actually used to just get rid of the defuse. So the
เอา
lockdown
โอ้โห
still alive,
เฟล
but
ไป
they're
หมด
not
ครับ
able to stick this.
พิษก็เฟล
Yeah. They absolutely will.
โอ้
DRX are running on over, but they're just gonna run into
โอ้
a bunch
ผิด
of
ก็
guns.
เฟลครับมา
Getting a
โก
couple of
โอ้
extra
ชิ
kills
ต
plus the defuse.
โดนแล้ว
They
กู
even
ว่าโดน
needed
แล้
it
ว
on the side of PRX, so 3 strong rounds.
กูว่า
now
โด
for
นแล้ว
PRX.
And what an excellent decision. Yes, Forsaken does rush in a bit too far,
What
especially
do
trying to get over
Leon
that snake
แบบเนี้ย
bite as well.
Yeah.
But the mission was, if we just counter lockdown for lockdown, they still have
จริง
orbital
เหี้ย
strike. And then if we have
โอ้โห ไอ้เชี่ยนั่นยิง ไอ้ฟ็อกซี่มึงจะรีบไปไหนวะ รีเป้าก็ได้เอ้ย นี่ถ้าเป็น PC ไอ้จริงตายห่าไปแล้ว
Get all of their eggs in that basket they wanted, and PRX is going to run away with another round win.
It's crazy these rounds are so fast-paced, but PRX seem to be really rolling with the
ไม่นวดไม่ได้
punches.
ไป
You
ฮะ
know, they're so good at this kind of Valorant where it's just round after round, really, really quick, not a lot of downtime. Mako, though, is going to shut me up immediately as he essentially solo drive
MVP
to A main and picks up
สมแล้วที่ได้ MVP
Yeah, Mind Freak does try to recover. He has good
ฮิตไม่แม่น
awareness.
แต่
He
เฮียแต่
knows
ยิงแม่น
that
คุยเลย
if they're trying to peek into A
เฮ้ย
main,
มาโกะ
the
ใช้
other
เป็นดอล
possibility
ว่ะ
without any contact on B has to be Dish. Tries to smoke that off, but DRX is going to make their entry. Foxy9 survives.
Yeah, both of these two guys taking a little bit of damage. DRX with the plan coming down. A lot less ultimate potential in this round as they've used it in the past couple. RB making noise.
RB ปล่อยเสียงเพื่อจะไปปล่อยไฟ ไม่เสี่ยงครับเล่นโพสแพน
This is just trying to keep
เรียบร้อย
Divide busy, right? DRX, they have the numbers advantage. They just want to play with time here. And Forsaken, he's only going to get one.
Stack's able to hold it down on the site, and it's all up to Mind Freak, and they already get some information about
ไม่ได้แล้ว
exactly where
RB
he
ปล่อยไฟ
is.
อีก
So this should be a pretty easy cleanup. Stacks 3 kills, and DRX
เฮียมาโกะ
take the lead once
คน
again.
เดียวเลยเสกวิน
Yeah,
ให้
nice attempt from PRX, but DRX plays that very wisely.
มันเดินมายิง
RB
สอง
already
จบ
getting
เลย
into post plant positioning as well with the lineups, and then he's able to continue to hold that main position where Mind Freak, I mean, he's pressed against time, right? He knows he's pinched. And this all starts with Mako. I mean, they talked about him on the desk as well. If he's able to pop off, I mean, who is willing to stand up against that guy? He is so clutch
ขอบ
for
คุณซับครับ
DRX.
GDS Mystery ออกมาครับ
And a timeout called pretty early on here by PRX. DRX finally came back. It was their first round they took in the last 4. And yet, Alex is going to immediately put a stop to that and say, well, I was not happy with the way that round went. And I'm going to smack my desk a little bit and tell my boys about what they did wrong.
Yeah, curious to see what the feedback is here, right? I mean, you still had your own 3-round win streak. And off of that, I think probably Alex holding off on the timeout for a bit to see, okay, you know, did the adjustments come in the way I wanted them to long term? However, part of it was, right, they try to creep out with no sound on A main, and they end up getting caught in this no-util peak battle, and Mako's just able to win that duel. I mean, sure, all credit to Mako. Amazing shots. Not many people would be able to get both kills there.
เปปเปอร์
But
เล็
if
ก
you
อะใช่ครับ
lose
ใช่
even 1-1,
ถ้า
as
ใคร
the
ชนะคู่นี้
defending
ได้ไปแข่ง
team,
ที่
you're
ญี่ปุ่น
actually
เลย
at the
1
disadvantage,
สล็อต
right? You're always going to be outnumbered on the site. So curious to see what Alex's decision is on these push-outs. Do you commit more utility to secure that part of the map?
ใช่พิมพ์มาเป๊ป
Yeah,
กู
it's a good
เพียนนึก
question.
ว่า
I
นี่
think that
เป๊ปแมนซิ
PRX
ตี้สัต
in
ว์
the first bunch of rounds, even though they were losing, I liked their tempo a little bit, and then eventually DRX started coming at them quickly, started getting very easy
ได้แล้ว
control
ไม่
of
ใช่
the
เหรอทั้ง
sites,
คู่
and
เลย
even though
ที
the
ม
ได้
retails
แล้ว
were
เหรอ
pretty good from PRX.
ใช่
อ๋อมีแต่ข้างล่างใช่ไหมที่ชนะแล้วได้ไป
Happy with the initial
ว้าย
bunch of
ตี
rounds.
ตั๋วเที่ยวญี่ปุ่นครับ
Maka gonna throw that up once again. Divide
โคตร
gonna
ชิล
start off with the first kill. There's a lot of action here in Arcade.
เอ้า
And Divide again is just holding it down by himself.
Yeah, but Forsaken is stuck now because of the Seekers. He wasn't, and the Flash, he wasn't able to get out of this
ใกล้
range. Oh, and Buzz assumes that he would have gone back into sight. Mako there to trade that out.
Yeah, at least Forsaken able to trade one, but yeah, not the best spot for him as he did get trapped, as you mentioned. DRX now looking to get onto the site here. They want to get this spike down, but it is not easy against 4 members of PRX who have already made their way into the sites, and Mako's just going to
เหี้ยเอาสไนไปทิ้ง
I
โคตร
think
แส
he's
บ
gonna
ไอ้
throw
โก
it out unless they have plans to use it. But
ไอ้
I
โก
doubt they
โค
will.
ตรแส
Yeah,
บ
just wants to
โอ้
make sure. I mean, this is already damaged.
เยือกเย็นมากครับ
That's
ชายคนนี้
41 credits down the drain from PRX. These are the
แล้ว
small
เดินมาเก็บ
things
3
that
ชิ
end
ว
up snowballing towards the end, especially when it's this close.
It's just pretty funny to see.
ๆมาดิมาดิ
Just
ไหว
dump
ปะ
it
ล่ะ
off
จริง
the side of the map. He's
ไหว
like,
ปะ
I
ล่ะ
don't want this crap.
Doesn't hesitate at all.
โอเค
Oh god. Well,
ไม่ต้อง
he's
ถึง
dead
จริง
now.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh no, is it gonna happen?
อุ้ยโดนลงมีดบอสโกะเลยเหรอ
As it always does.
เชี่ยเอ้ยเฉาโชว์แม่งลงดาบบอสโกะไอ้เหี้ย เอาแล้วโกะมันขึ้นเลยทีนี้แล้วมันขึ้นเลยเชี่ยแม่งลงมีดที่กลางหลังบอสโกะห้าวมากครับ
Good start here from Devi. He's holding the site down as the Killjoy.
เดี๋ยวมีโชว์แมตช์ด้วยเหรอ
They don't really
มีโชว์แมตช์นะฮะ
catch him there
วัน
as
ที่
he's
27
watching.
คนไทยเรา3คนเลยนะโชว์แมตช์อะ
Checking for that angle. So he essentially shut down the attack before it even got started.
เฟี้ยวว่ะไม่เห็นมีพี่บูมเลย
นั่นดิ
All right, so continue to push out of Dish. I mean, it looks like maybe they're just deciding it is one of the easier paths to take with that fall line.
มันเหมือนเพย์ออฟก็ไม่มีมึงอะอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
Oh.
Bit
of a miss there. I mean, sure, you know, it is weaker firepower, but no, it's
จริ
at
ง
all.
จริง
ลองโหลดได้ปะ
Okay.
ลองโหลจะชนะใจคนดู
ไม่ใครชนะใคร
ชนะใจคนดู
ใคร
ผมไง
We do have
ยา
something
อ่อน
heading
เหี้ย
into main right now. He's going to spot this relatively early.
นี่ไงโดนเลย
Gotta watch out though. If he loses, they pick up a Vandal.
อุ้ย
He has no plans of losing it. Let me tell you that.
A couple of headshots, a little spray onto RB at the end. And he makes quick work of the team.
แล้วกูเพิ่งแชมป์มาด้วย
Essentially
วันโร
running
แลนด์
into his
เมื่อ
own
วาน
arm. So
ว่างกู
nicely
แชมป์
done
พรี
by
เมียร์
him
นะ
to hold down the fort.
เหี้ยโคตรตึงอ่ะ
ไอ้สแกรี่แชมป์ไหมเมื่อวาน
Ults all online for PRX, right? And 2 away for Devi as well. I mean, they could very easily use one of these from the get-go just to gain space, you know, just to force a rush out of DRX and then retake with the other ultimates as well. I mean, this comes into the macro strategy of how many rounds do we want to absolutely guarantee in the first half. If you want to get to at least 6 or 7, you could use 2 or 3 ults in this round.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you want to secure some of these orbs.
วัดสิพ่อมึงอะกูดู Guardian of Galaxy
Slowly, well, I say slowly.
ปัญญาอ่อน
Actually, have just totally taken the backside of the map, so they know it's got to come from the
กู
front.
ก็พูดอยู่ว่ากูไปดู Guardian of Galaxy มาสนุกมาก
Be rolling thundered and push back for now, so DRX will have to reset as Mako does take a
กู
big.
พูดเองกับปากเลยว่ากูไปดู Guardian
That
มา
rolling thunder pretty much kind of saving
Nice steam.
DRX from the orbital strike as well. I mean, obviously they were hoping that the stuns would keep them in line, but they were already on the back up. Now Devi, does he peek? He's I thought he was gonna get 2.
He's at least able to get the information. Only
ทั้งดงไม่โดนเลยเหรอ
Foxy knows that a lot of them are up there at rope. He's just trying to hold it down pretty aggressively as the team gets this plant down. Foxy able to get 1, but doesn't expect the swarm.
แล้วไปยืนทำเหี้ยอะไรกลางลานอะฟ็อกซี่
Jing able to pick up that kill.
Yeah, but
เก่ง
now
มาก
they
มั้ง
get through the pit and they don't have much to work with. They have
ประเด็
a
น
single
ดีอย่างเงี้ย
boombot to gain
มีประเด็นดิ
info. It's gonna be
ที่
so
ฟ็อกแม่ง
crucial on
คิด
the
ว่าตัวเอง
angle
เก่ง
he
ทุกคน
throws this in.
อ๋อ
It's like he's bowling. He's like, oh god, like what is the exact angle I want on this thing?
แล้วดูบอสโกะดิเหี้ยอันติมโกงไปปะวะมีชั้นบนมีชั้นล่าง
They can spam this from main as well, but for PRX, the biggest assignment is to find Mako, and they just cannot do it.
Yeah, not quite yet. Buzz, a fantastic flick already, and PRX, they're just gonna hold on to their guns. There's just not enough time. I thought maybe they really try to force it. They have so much money right now, but I mean, you're going up against nano swarms, Viper's pit, like it's really rough. So playing into a Killjoy,
มึงเชื่อมันอีกเหรอไอ้เหี้ย
to back off and give the round over to DRX.
กูไปดู
Yeah, I
Guardian
mean, of
บ
course,
อก
you
ฟา
always
ส
got
ติ
to consider there's that extra element, right, when it
ภาค
comes
9
to
กูยังไม่ดู
kills.
เลย
That's the ult orbs, and Buzz only 1 point away.
You need full.
Stack slowly trying to build up. I mean, ideally, you don't want another
เอ้า
sequence to
อย่า
come
ไปพูดสิ
before
ไม่
the
ได้ส
first
ปอน
half ends. That lockdown most likely
พูด
going
ไป
to
เลย
happen
เพราะเขา
this
ไม่ส
round
ปอนกูอยู่
or
แล้ว
the next.
Yeah
Pretty close stuff so far here on Fracture. We do have the teams tied up 5-5. And even though it seemed like PRX came out swinging very early on, DRX immediately kind of settles it down, forces PRX to play their game, and their entries have been quite strong.
Groot
Although, you know, something's getting some of the angles from time to
พูด
time.
เน่าวะ
Good to give DRX the credit that they deserve as the push out here from PRX. Mindfreak gonna pick up the kill on a Buzz.
This is such a smart setup. Now they're going to check that it's
โอ้โห
but Foxy
ยังไม่มัน
Knight
คม
wins
จั
that
งวะ
duel.
เฮ้ยทำไมมันเช็ค
I mean,
วะ
Forsaken actually had no intention of
อ่ะ
staying.
แล้วทีนี้ไม่เช็ค
Something?
This angle from something
Oh.
is so smart. He picks up
Something.
2.
Hey, yeah.
And he did his job, right? Even if this plan comes down, fantastic stuff. And now Devi's got the lockdown to try to retake this. Should be pretty easy to the side of
เอาแล้วมาโกะ
PRX as Mako
พยายามทำอะไร
goes down as
ลักไก่
well. Yeah, it's all up to RB.
I mean, nowhere he can go. They know exactly the only possibility is that he has to be
ตาย
or they are trying to swarm him out and he cannot get a kill.
Yeah, poor guy had everything
เหี้ยไปเพื่อนเล็ก
in the
ว่ะ
world thrown at his face.
ไปเป็นเล็กเดือดกว่าว่ะ
Lockdown, Molly,
ด่าน
วัน
นี้
นี้
ต้อง
ไป
ให้
เล็ก
เขา
มาดีกว่า
what have you, but PRX.
They can
It
do job.
really just comes down to something just lurking on the edge of that cloud burst and getting those 2 kills as they come in.
And
Okay.
also the setup they had right before this, right, where they were able to pinch onto Buzz. What was so interesting about their push out on the north side, as we were watching those amazing shots by something, was the fact that they adjusted their fault line to catch him before he jumps on the ropes, right?
Yeah.
Before they get spotted by the turret. So this is an entire adjustment just to make sure DRX's default setup on the north side doesn't work. Now in the last round, DRX says, well, you know what, it's the last round anyway. We are just going to go for a rush. I think RB, this may be an orbital strike.
Let's see it. Gonna hold on to it for now.
Oh, it's just the molly. All right, they push him out from Sands, and he's watching the flank.
Yeah, Forsaken just sprinting through, and this flank coverage from RB is going to hold on to it, but Jing is in a really good spot to so much to RB, who's just running away with the spike. He's like, never mind, I didn't want to fight you anyway.
รอดได้ไง
What
วะ
an incredible series of events. Can they get in to plant, though? Oh, no, the spike is down.
Spike is down, they still have time, but Devi and Mindfreak are holding on, and that's going to do it. PRX will pick up a 7th round on the defense.
ด้วยแต่วันนี้ในบราซิล
This matchup, it's not
ส
all
เปน
about
เป็นที่
pride.
รู้จักในฐานะประเทศแห่งการเหยียดผิว
And in the case of
Vinicius
PRX, it's not just all about getting
Junior.
that first win. Although it would be
Yeah.
huge for them if they could get it here
Good deal.
and not have to deal with losing. I
Good
think it's
deal.
like 5 or 6
ไปนวดเป็นไงบ้าง โอ้
times.
โห
It would be their 5th, yeah, I think.
สบายจัดอะ
They're 0-4 against DRX right now, and
Yeah.
ไม่ได้
Buzz
ไปไหนเลยอยู่
trying
บ้า
to
นนะ
sniff this out. Oh, he cannot find the kill.
โอ้ยมีดเลยเหรอ
What
Oh.
is happening?
เอามันตลกใหญ่แล้วมันตลกใหญ่แล้ว
Down with a knife and a shorty. It's not going to work out for him as he used a lot of his money just on utility, I guess. Now it's all
โอ้เต็มตา
Mind Freak.
ไอ้นี่หลบแฟดไม่เท่ากูไอ้เหี้ย
End of it all.
พวกนี้ไม่เท่าไหร่
แต่พี่หลบยังไง
Get another
ครับ
wall. Devi picks it up with the
อะไรเลี้ยว
Sheriff. And PRX
ขอบคุณครับ
now in a lot of control.
น้อง
picking up
จา
the
แล้วก็
pistol round.
OSTP
Yeah,
สับ
and
ส
you
ไคร
can
ใหม่
just
ด้วย
tell
ขอบคุณ
how
มากครับ
aware
ผม
PRX was, right? Even Forsaken purposely sprint jumping into the smoke to make sure
Hey,
he
he
doesn't
liều
get
sùng
shot
kia
right
là
away. I mean, so wise
Hey,
here.
làm
And then
gì?
it seems, I mean, that's the
Cái hạt
most
naอย่างนั้นแหละ
agents I've
ถู
ever
ก
seen
แล้
in
ว
a single smoke, by the way. They're just all partying in there like it's a
5 of them.
rave.
Yeah. Because the entirety of PRX as a team charged through the smoke, and then you've also got
แต่เมื่อวานแข่งนี่
I think it was Buzz.
หลบยับเลยนะ หลบยับเลยนะ
Who had the
สงสัย
shorty
ดู
was
แฟด
waiting, and then tried to knife.
อย่าพั่มเพื่ออย่าพั่มเพื่ออย่าพั่มเพื่อ
Just use those 2 shorty bullets
ไอ้เหี้ย
in the first round. You're not in a good spot. Here comes Foxy trying to get some information. The Viper wall is set up here in A main, and PRX want to take it slow.
Right there.
DRX did hear the rope, but PRX, you're just waiting for
ไอ้เลียมมึงอยู่ปีอะไรนะ
You want to get the jump on him as
ขึ้นปี
soon
สาม
as the screen goes
Oh.
down.
เหี้ย
And
ขึ้
they
นปี
get
สา
that
ม
first kill.
Oh, nice
Get
check
my-
from something
what's
as well.
up?
Not
Papa.
going to allow Foxy to be cheeky in that corner. 3 kills already. PRX looking to take a fast.
ตาย
As out comes
เฮ้ย โอ้
Does a bit of damage to something.
เฮ้ย RB เป็นเหี้ยอะไรวะ
Down, but it's not a lot of value here for DRX.
Spike planted.
Oh, and Jing hears this. He hears the sprint, I think. Yeah, he's aware that someone did go through sewers, just trying to figure out which direction it might be. So Forsaken gets the call. He's now waiting over by Dish.
กูว่าแพ้ว่ะ เชี่ยวแล้วว่ากูคมด้วยดิ
And Doak.
เปเปอร์เล็กชนะกับ T1 ชนะครับวันนี้
The classic is good enough.
ขออนุญาตเช็คหน่อย ขออนุญาตเช็คเรตติ้งหน่อยครับ
One death.
ว่าคู่นี้เป็นยังไง อะไรยังไงครับ ขออนุญาตเช็คเรตติ้งนะ
The guy with the classic. PRX 9-5.
And
นักวิเคราะห์
orbital strike
ให้ใคร
now
ต่อ
right
ให้ใคร
for
ลองครับ
Mindfreak.
คู่นี้
This is going
แหล่งข่าว
excellently
แจ้งหน่อย
for
ครับแหล่ง
PRX
ข่าว
here in the second half as they go on the attack. I mean, they could very well just launch this on the get-go.
ใครต่อใครลองครับ
DRX, if
คู่
they're
นี้
just kind of giving space, right? Aware that if it's PRX, they could very well just dump the orbital strike to gain space on the entry.
Yeah. Definitely an option.
เยอะไหม
See a bunch of pings are
Ooh.
coming down. A generator on B. Maybe they want to just rush on in.
อู้
The blind comes in. Sewer control taken. They're not going to rush it just
ไม่
yet.
ขนาดนั้นนะ
As I say that though, Jing is running into them. Makes his way all the way. It's
Ow.
hit
แล้วโดนอันตีสอง
Gets 2 in the tower.
แล้วฟ็อกซี่แกโลกอะไรอ่ะ
Exit.
ฟ็อกซี่แกไม่โดนอันตีนะ แต่แกเดินไปโดนนะครับ ต้องแจงนะแล้วโดนโบนัสลาว
And now it's PRX looking to take the bonus. Buzz has to go 1v2, and yes, he has a Vandal, but Phantom here for Devi, and Mindfreak just gonna win it with a Bulldog. This guy is heating up 3
โห
kills
แล้วโดนอันตี
again.
2ได้ไงวะ
PRX are
ไอ้มาโกะอาจจะวิ่งออกมาไม่ทันแต่นั่นเดินออกมาเอ๊ะอะไรวะไอ้ฟ็อกซี่เดินออกไปโดนเฉยเลยเดินถอยหลังไปโดน
ไอ้ฟ็อก
โง่ชิบหายไอ้ฟ็อกไอ้สัตว์
Why? Nowhere to go.
เจนเนาะ
Off of the orbital strike, I mean, it was either stay and just fight this massive force running in through main, get hit by the orbital strike, or get hit by the aftershock. There was nowhere for those two members to go. What a set play for specifically for a bonus round.
Yeah, a bonus round. You've got orbital strike that's gonna lock those two people down. Just really, really cool stuff from the side of PRX, and right now it feels like they are the team that deserves to win this map. Let's see if DRX can make some kind of comeback because. Again, they lost the bonus, so they're in a really rough spot here. PRX looking to come into Sands. Not rushing anything, though. No, they're going to be facing a lot of sheriffs and stuff like that, so they don't want to run through this Viper screen.
กินแมคโดนัลด์เดี๋ยววันนี้
Take it slow and check all the corners.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know that toxic screen is on a gauge. You can always return to the site, try to time it again when the screen goes down if someone keeps sight of that. But the fact that they are all exiting tells me that they're taking advantage of the fact that they have the better firepower to collect as many orbs as they can. Really secure that one extra guaranteed round win and then go for the strike.
They're looking to entry here, but actually not going to go for it. The Viper smoke comes up, and now they're rotating out again. I believe that orb was taken as well.
แล้วมันโยกถูกจังอะ
Just like you were saying, William. Very
เข้านะอันนี้เข้าทางนะ
bolster your economy even further.
แล้วได้ยินเสียงหมดแล้วเอาแล้ว โอ้โหมาหนึ่งมาสองเทกันไปเทกันโคมคามเฮ้ยอะไรวะคิดดูไม่ทันว่ะแม่งเทกันเละเทะแล้วเวลาเฮ้ยทันเหรอทันไหมโอ้ทันว่ะ
ทัน
I mean, the Killjoy is down as well, and everything.
โอ้แต่เขาได้ปืนนะปล่อยเขาได้ปืนนะอย่างเงี้ย
Taken out. There's nobody there. It's not a lot of time, but enough time to get this plant down. Gonna waste time with this one. Oh, the long-range fight in Devi is gonna win that one against
อุ้ยนะส
Stacks.
แต็กไม่แม่น
Very important one to hold down, and now it's all up to RB 1v2.
This is something that we
ก็
were
ติ
talking about before.
สถานการณ์ MOU หน่อยพี่ไม่ดูแข่งแล้วคืออะไร
I mean, if PRX can start hot,
MOU
keep up that momentum again.
มูลามทู
Devi's looking so good. Something's been looking great. I mean, Jing's flight path, we saw it earlier. Forsaken playing for his team as an entry.
Path.
คืออะไรวะ
Flight path. Yeah, Jing is the best pilot in the world.
It's
True,
true,
MOU.
though. He's been flying through the air. Like, that was so cool to get on the site.
เป็นเกี่ยวกับพวกการเมืองนะครับ
อ๋อ
This raise things. And yeah, I mean, look at this. Devi, he baits out the peak with the turret. He knows that RB can hear it, so he has to clear that out. Low on health is RB.
ขออนุญาตดูแข่งแล้วกันครับ
angle. Clears him out through the generator.
มัว
And now Foxy9 says, well, it's time to throw
มัว
down
ต้อง
and
ดูแข่ง
pick
เว้ย
up an
มัว
operator here on defense and try to bring this map back.
This is their last hope, right? I mean, they're doubling down. They just don't want to give up match point. If they lose here, all hope is lost. They just have to prep for map 2. But if they win here and they win the operator, things may
อ๋ออย่าง
change.
นี้นี่เอง
ตายแล้วไอ้สัตว์หนีอย่ามึงหนีอย่ามึงหนีอย่ามึงอู้ไอ้ยาสเปย์อุ้ยเชี่ยแฟลชจากใต้ดินอะไรวะน่ะเชี่ยแฟลชใต้ดิน
จากนรก
Oh, hold that thought for now, though. The round's not over.
Doggo gonna be taken out, Forsaken on the run. Buzz on the
something.
re-entry, but something's holding from Arcade. A rough entry because you gotta check so many angles here.
โอ้แล้วควันหมดพอดีแล้ว GG อย่างงี้ GG แน่12แน่
ไม่ไหวก็ซัมติง
เรียบร้อยแล้วปืนโปรดซัมติงไอ้เหี้ยซัมติงนี่แม่งมีตลอดกระบอกเงี้ยไอ้เหี้ยมันตายแล้วมันเกิดมามันไม่ได้มากับคลาสสิกนะไอ้ที่นี่มากับช็อตตี้
Apparently not. He'll always still get the jump timed perfectly. And
แม่งมีตลอด
I mean, again, the setup was Forsaken. You're given a mission to clear out this potential operator.
ฮัลโหล
And the fault line comes
โทรมาไหม
right after Forsaken has pushed him out.
ใจเย็นพี่
So that Foxy9 was dazed. I mean, he had nowhere to go after that dash was used.
ฮัลโหล
Just
ใจเย็นน้อง
really
ใจเย็
good
น
awareness. And now 4 ults lined up
Quick.
again for PRX. Sure, DRX has a couple of their own as well, but PRX is in prime position to close out this map.
12 to 5. They're looking to make it 13 to 5. Here comes Forsaken, gonna get stunned up on his way in. He is drawing a lot of attention there at main as here comes Jing out of Sands. Not able to hit anything, but Foxy
อุ้ยเย็ดแม่ค
does
ม
get the click on the Forsaken. That's gonna be huge, but still Paper X looking to clean them up.
ที่แม่งเทกันดีจังวะ
was not stunned. He's still holding this angle.
มึงได้กูได้เพื่อนมึง
Is held true for now. If they can push Paper Rex to be the killjoy is there, but the lockdown comes in and DRX they don't have an answer for this.
Yes, it's pretty rough.
อันนั้นห่วงปืนนะไอ้โก
His lockdown over on B. He's not in
ห่วงปืนนะ
position
มึง
to
อะ
answer this, and they just gotta run out
เก่ง
and give the
เหี้
site
ยเลยวะ
over to
ด่านนี้
Paper X. Bako.
เฮ้ยไอ้จริงขยันเกินไปช็อตเนี้ย
Once again, but this is almost too much to ask from him.
I mean,
GG
definitely
ว่ะ
have to
ไม่
use
ไหว
the lockdown,
เมียน
but
ตีอะปากดี
the question is because if you use it here, it's way too far out, right? You
มัน
want
เก็บ
to
ไว้ใช้เราไหน
inch
เนี่ย
closer, but Mako being so low, it's way too risky for him to just play.
น่าจะ
bait.
เกมหน้า
And Paper X are just
เอาแล้วหันโลแฟนไม่ทันแล้วครับบัสโอ้ช้า
not able to clutch it in Paper X takedown fracture. Their map selection and they stomp DRX on this first one. They made it look easy.
โคตรเร็วเลยเฮียเร็วจัดเลยว่ะ
These teams are trying their hardest, and DRX, you know, you could say, well, they looked pretty weak in that first one. I think it was just Paper X kind of rolling over them. So hoping that DRX can kind of wake up here in the second map on their map choice of bind, and if they have an answer for what
ถ้าเซ็ต
Paper
ทุก
X
วัน
have
ก็คง
brought
ไม่
in
ไหว
with
วะ
the cool new
ต้องสระ
compositions
ไอ้
and
ต้องสระ
stuff
ผม
like
เช้า
that.
เย็นนี้อ่ะ
And what has been some
หนัก
pretty
เกิน
good
ไปครับหนัก
success
เกิ
on
น
this
ไป
map. Now DRX also on binds 2-0. They also did defeat T1 on this map as well. T1 the first team to pick it. So here we do go. The push comes in. The dagger is good. And meanwhile, Jing just gonna light up Foxy 9 and lamps.
Well then, that's an
เฮ้ย
explosion. They haven't
เอ้า
cleared the site, and that's gonna
แม่
start to fight them. But
ได้ยู
still
ฮอ
alive.
ดี
They're
ๆไม่
trying
ช
to
อบ
Oh, but something's able to get that
แม่งเคลียร์
first
ทั้ง
shot
ไซ
out
ส์
to
แม่ง
buzz
เคลีย
through
ร์
the
ทั้งไซส์
box, and that's really gonna
เหี้ย
open
ไป
up
เล็ก
this
แม่งเคลียร์
site
ทั้งไซส์
now.
โคตรเดือด
Arbor walls still available. Only
แม่งเดือด
Bobco
แม่ง
here.
ไม่ให้เล่น
He's only got a classic. Not
แม่ง
much
บี
of
บ
a chance for him, but let's see if he can
อุ้ย
clutch it out.
เข้า
Already
หัว
taking
ครับ
a
ฟอร์
bit
ต
of
เคน
damage.
อุ้ยโอ้โหหัวเหมือนกันมาดิ
Forsaken
คุยเลยอะ
swinging. Mako
Madi.
taking it slow.
Yeah, I mean, they're even inching,
Oh,
yeah, Forsaken
yeah.
forward, PRX making sure they have every advantage in that 3v1 and an explosive start to the round. Now, let's talk about the comms just a bit as we go through the second round. DRX, they've changed it up as well, right? They bring out Buzz on the KO, and Foxy
แล้ว
9
แม่ง
moves
กิ
over
น
to the
กิน
Raze.
กาแฟแล้วมันต้อง
were
เป็นแบบ
running
เนี้
that
ย
double duelist last time.
ขออนุญาตนะครับขออนุญาต
Just amazing shots. And in a pistol, I mean, if the Reyna starts to heal off and get that, you know, extra super armor, I mean, what can you do?
something โคตรโหด
Something's like, oh god, they caught me playing Reyna on the stage again. Yeah, it's a fun time. And that one shot through the box was insane. I mean, that wasn't even like on the edge. That was like straight through the middle as well. He knew he was really low. He was just able to land that one. As now he's just going to light them up as they try to push out a hookah, and they're met with the Spectre.
Well, that is site opened up. Of course, I mean, yes, you expect Paper X to win it, but not in this speed, this fashion, taking, you know, almost no damage. Divide the only one
I have this
who
spike.
took damage. I just, Jing lost 4, you know, HP on his armor.
Spike planted.
โอ้โห
Yes.
Oh no!
Yeah, someone's gonna post that around
More
here. with a-
armor.
Yeah, the caster's got it wrong. Jing lost some armor too. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, here's the thing. I mean, Devi only has a ghost as well, so Paper Rex, they can even sacrifice one person if they want to try to secure extra ult points, and they're gonna try to. Something wants that ult. A great flash,
Yeah,
but he
but-
somehow still gets all of them.
Yeah, the spray too good.
Oh my god,
just,
he's still dismissing.
he's just dancing around.
Yeah,
him. He doesn't even
what?
try to pull his gun out. He's like, yeah, I'll just let
Look at
Forsaken
that.
get the job done. I don't care. Something's just having a great time. It's very apparent to all of us. And Paper X start off, and something already has
เพื่อนจะไม่ช่วยเลย
his
เนาะ
ultimate
เมื่อกี้
ability.
Yeah, I mean, Empress ready to go. I mean, with that double kill, sure, he didn't get the ace, but he got what he wanted, which was the ult. Now he can afford to go with that half armor and still feel confident as ever. He opens his eye, he's like, oh, I have my ult. Everyone's just watching him on the minimap. No one's coming to support him.
They're all laughing as this is happening. Paper X will have fun, and that is a guarantee. It's always fun to watch them do this. Just a lot of people didn't expect it to be like this against DRX so far. And DRX, only 5 rounds in the contest in total. as we have just made our way onto this map. So now DRX, they really got to strike back here, try to win this, and deny the bonus from PRX.
โอ้โห something
DRX are just going to try to hold back. Now, one of the issues that RRQ had against PRX's Reyna composition was that something was just hitting headshots through smokes all day long. And so you can tell DRX are not trying to hold the obvious angles through a smoke. You know, for instance, from showers all the way to truck. We've got RB positioned right in front of that entrance as well. They're trying to avoid the smoke shots for the time being. Just wait until PRX is forced to come into the site.
They do have a nice setup with the Harbor and the KO over here on A, but once again, Jing gets into lamps pretty much for free, as they're just kind of letting him. RB gonna line up too, as they try to make their way through smokes.
Jing heard the drop. He's waiting for someone to check him, but no one is. Oh, but he still gets the kill with the peek.
At the same time, though, RB just holding down the site by himself, and Jing's only got a judge, so kind of a rough spot for him. Might have to rely on something to land these longer angle shots. There's not a lot of time in this round either.
Yeah,
10
there's
seconds
not
left.
much you can do here. Yeah, might as well save the Vandal. And Jing, I mean, you know, Jing could keep the judge. It's not the end of the world for a raise here on Bind. Lots of areas you can take easily with that weapon.
Yeah. They get the info he's in there, but nobody is going to challenge him.
No,
in
not
there.
the judge.
No reason to. Something not going to use the Empress, and just take a look at how RB was able to hold down the site.
Good angles, good focus from RB. Again, one of those players that when he's got such a high peak, and of course his flexibility, his versatility is such a huge boon to DRX. But now PRX, they've got their own flex player in Forsaken who can play every single Asian possible. So, you know, that benefit, not really a singular advantage for DRX anymore.
ยูบีหลอกง่ายจัด
Bird gets the info for DRX, not the same
ว่าจะใช้วอ
on
ล
the side of PRX. As they're just going to come in quick onto the B site, but Viper Sing comes down, and now Jing is just trying to jump above it and get out of there. As he finally will, and Mind Freak is the first one. He picks up first blood.
The shots through the smoke again. I mean, this is something that worked so well for PRX. You have to watch out for these shots. They will check every single possible angle before they go into the site. Oh, they want to try to push elbow.
Yeah.
They're trying to deny as much information as possible. Mako will return the favor, but they have lost control of half of the site. Yeah, Mako correctly now trying to readjust over into hookah. That way they still have a crossfire available.
Yeah. It's going to clear it out. The Reckoning comes down already defensively. Foxy9 picks up that first headshot. And now they're kind of stuck in elbow. I mean, they do have total control, but now DRX surrounding them. Stax and Mako have that crossfire that you mentioned. Device still over there in main. As Jing comes in, opens up the site now. He's got the showstopper, but he gets shot in the back. As Devi, though, going to pick up 2. He's got solo health, just 6, and that's the spray down for RB. Picks up the round just barely for DRX.
A very close round. I mean, PRX, they tried their best, right? The one way possible was to try to find a way to re-enter site, and Devi sets it up with the flash into tube. And during that timing, Jing was able to creep up with the judge, but a great hold initially from Mako and Foxy9.
And Devi is insane the way he resets himself. He knows exactly where everybody is. It feels like his mind is just so large. He can hold all of this information, and he knows exactly where to peek at the right time. Not to mention that he's hitting the shots very accurately, very precisely when he does look for those peaks. So really good stuff. Seems like Devi is really on his game today.
I mean, he was the top scorer in that first map as well, continuing that trend here for PRX. Now a double split set up for that A site once again. And again, the logic behind the Reyna, I get, right? You've got a confident aimer like something, and Harbor is currently in the meta. Those Leers are actually going to work out quite well against the util that comes out. Jing is through. There's the Leer.
Yeah, the Leer is big, and the spray from Foxy is good, but Devi going to lock him down through the wall as well. And this time, PRX get into the site and land that spike. Let's see if they can hold it here 3v2.
I mean, Forsaken currently has a Reckoning as well, and then you've got Mind Freak set up at a wider angle in showers with a
ตอนแรกไม่
Vandal.
เห็นพิมพ์อะไรเลยนะ
No Molly.
พอกูมานั่งปุ๊บโดนเลยอะ
Does get
พอ
one
มีเสียง
kill.
ปุ๊บ ไอ้เลี้ยว
Could very well be the round over for DRX.
มึงไปเข้าเวนเจอร์ซะไอ้เหี้ย
Trying to make his
ร่วม
way
มือกัน
in.
ดีชิบหาย
เอ้ยเย้ตลกจัดอย่างนี้ฟูเซนชอบ
Down, Stacks
ไอ้
alone
เหี้ย
on
ตลก
site.
จัดมีการเปรียบเปรย
Now the Seekers
อ
coming
เวน
out. He
เจอ
knows
ร์
where Divide
มีการร่วมมือ
is.
กันดี
Flash.
Divido just buying time and behind the wall.
เอาเฮ้ย
Enough for Stacks. He
เอา
tries
แล้ว
to
วอลต
hold
ก
it as the wall goes down. Fortunate timing for him, and PRX will pick up a
2-0
third round.
An amazing
นี่คนดี
round there from Paper X. I mean, they were on
มาเล่น
stingers
คู่ทีละพ
for
ง
that
เปล่า
round, and not even everyone,
ได้
not
เลย
even
เพื่อน
the
ผมนี่
entire
นะ
squad.
ไอ้เหี้ยกะไม่เอาอะไรแล้วดิเหี้ย
Initially,
ฟูเซน
SJ
เย็ด
gets
แม่
taken down, but
กะ
the
ทำ
thing
พนั
is,
ตลกแล้วมั้ง
because of the leer,
ไม่
the rest of
ชนะ
the
ได้
forces were able to take control of the
เต้
site itself. And then eventually, Foxy 9 gets answered back through the smoke. And a great entry from Paper
ไม่เอานั่นเด็ก
X.
เหี้ย
I mean, they clearly have been practicing this composition very well for themselves.
Yeah. I love Devi's little celebration as well with the knife at the end. He's just like running at the spike. These guys are, regardless of the situation, always having a great time.
เฮ้ยคม
As this time it's DRX who are on the kind of soft buy, not really spending too
ไอ้
much.
เหี้ยเล่นแบบเลน่าจริงว่ะ
And
เห็นแม่แกเดิน
still
งัด
holding
เลยเว้ยเฮ้ย
on to a bunch of the ultimates. I mean, something's had Empress now for essentially 3 rounds.
เอา
in a row.
ได้วางเป้าอย่าง
Waiting
นี้
for the right time to go
ไม่
for
ได้
it.
ว่ะ
เสร็จจริงดิ
Jing pushing showers alone with the dry peak. He does do a bit of damage, but
เหี้ยแม่ง
gotta
พี
be
คแบบ
careful, especially with
dry
DRX on
peak.
eco to do stuff like that.
Yeah, but here's the thing is that Paper X, I mean, they control showers, they control a short, they take the orb as well.
หลบ
A nice
หิว
swing out from RB
ไม่รอ
though.
ด เอ้าไอ้เหี้ยโดนไฟ
Gonna
เผา
get the
ตายไปแล้ว
warm. Mind Freak gets a kill with his
Oh,
orbital
good lord.
strike, and this A site is theirs. Down
ออ
will
ฟ
go
บิ
the
ทัล
spike.
สไตล์เต็มหัว
And we do have Mako up in heaven already,
เอา
but
ยิงอะไร
fires one
Oh.
shot. Mind Freak is looking for the ace.
กูเห็นมีแต่
He
ฝุ่น
will charge on in. They know where Stacks should
เอ็ด
be.
แล้ว
Oh, they're setting him up for the ace.
Oh god.
ออฟการ์ดออฟการ์ดออฟการ์ดเรียบร้อยอุ้ย
Oh
เอ
no!
อ
Ace denied and more kills for Stacks.
And at this point, he could probably just pick up a rifle and run.
แต่ DRX มัน
I mean,
แปล
you
กๆเลย
gotta take what you can get. I mean, thank you for greeting for the ace,
Man-
says Stacks.
Yep.
เมื่อกี้มันไม่พอเลยใช่ไหม
There's having fun, and then
เพราะอะไร
there's,
วะ
sometimes having a little bit too much fun. I mean, it's not the biggest detriment, but
พอ
obviously,
เหรอ
you didn't want to give 2 free kills
จะดูพอหรือ
and
ไม่
a
พอ
weapon to Stacks, who
ไม่ปะ
yeah, now they're trying to grab it
เออ
back here.
มัน
but
แปลกๆ
no
เลย
time,
พอ
they're
จังหวะ
not
ที่มัน
gonna
เข้า
get
รอบ
it.
แล้วมัน
So,
ชอบเป็นแบบนี้เอ้า
There you go. Paper X
ไม่จะเล็งเพื่อนทำใหม่
The round is still there.
กูก็นึกว่า full control ไอ้เหี้ย
They still are in a dominant position.
Mind Freak, if Mind Freak starts to pop off, you know,
ที่
in
หนึ่
his
งมัน
peak
ได้อะไร
form
ไหมล่ะ
today, out of all these,
Man,
he's
that
been
like-
regaining it slowly but surely. But if it hit,
อยากรู้
hits
ฮา
the
บอถึงเก่ง
absolute
บาย
top peak, I don't
อยากรู้
know.
เหรอ
This is looking
ว้า
dangerous for DRX
กูก็
now.
ไม่รู้ไง
We
ถ้า
are
งั้นน่ะ
still pretty
ตอบ
early
ไป
on,
เลย
and I was
สาระ
gonna say,
เต็ม
surely a timeout comes out because you got to have a
Don't
better
have
answer for
Leo
showers. Currently,
ถึงเวลา
DRX's
Hey,
plan
Leo.
is give up showers. We'll check for B-Long with the Sky Util. That's just been the meta for Bind for as long
มัน
as we
ก็
can
เหมือน
remember.
ด่านเพร์ล
And
นะครับ
then we'll hold on to
เย้ขอบคุณครับเลียวขอบคุณมากครับ
However, the way that Paper X is playing,
เหี้ย
sure, first of all, they have the
ช่วยได้เยอะ
chance.
ยินดี
But
ครับ
then
ยิ
on
นดี
top
ค
of
รั
that,
บ
they don't
ไม่เป็น
really
ไร
have
นะ
any
ครับ
interest
ทุ
in
กคน
pushing into U-Haul unless it's an eco, right? They'll happily just plant and get out because they're always controlling showers. DRX has to respond to that type of default in
Yeah.
some way or another.
And I think Jeremy eventually was just like, well, I mean,
Hey.
I didn't call a timeout on the first map, and they just lost, what was it, 6 rounds in a row after the half. So,
ฟัง
I gotta call
ฟัง
it
ไอเลียวอธิบาย
here.
ฟัง
They're
หมายุด
obviously
เห่า
not,
ดีกว่า
readjusting. Paper X still feels like they're in total
มึง
control, so I like the timing for
มี
Jeremy
ค่า
to
น้อย
finally
กว่าไอ้
call
เหี้ย
the
กิน
timeout,
กังเห่าห้อง
regardless
ห้
of
ง
how much he delays it. And
ไม่
you can see he was pretty
Harbor
adamant in there. You know, he's not really a coach that shows too much emotion, but he's
B-Long
talking very
ได้
fast.
แล้ว
He's
วอ
weaving around
วอ
with his
เนี่ยตร
arms.
ง
He's
A
got
นะ
a lot
เห็น
to
ไหม
say,
อ่ะ
and I think
ปิดทั้งเฮเว่น
You need to have a
ว
lot to
อ
say
ทั้งซีที
DRX in this
รวบหลัง
position
ซ้ายได้
because they're kind of getting bodied. We'll see if they can turn it
อะไรนะ
around now.
ผู้เชี่ยอะไรอ่ะ
He's going to enter into showers once again.
มาเข้าทีมกูมาเดี๋ยวกูสอนให้
So DRX,
me too,
they
no.
try to check for
โอ้
showers.
โห
And
ได้
something
พีค
gets
ได้
killed as
พี
well,
ค
but meanwhile, right
เหี้ย
at the
ได้
time
พีค
of
แล้วไม่ไหวกับ
Paper
ซัมติง
X
สักคน
they charge into showers with the guiding light and the blast packs. I mean, this
ทำ
is
ได้หลายอย่างครับ
Paper X
ดู
reading
ดิ
what
ดู
DRX is thinking
Yeah.
here after the timeout.
Exactly. It's almost like they're like, we know exactly what you're going to take this timeout for, and we are going to challenge it immediately.
Yeah.
It's like, we will forcibly take away
ไอ้เหี้ย
your
ฮาบอ
little
เนี่ย
edge you were trying to get
กู
from
เล่นอยู่
that
3-4 ครั้ง
timeout.
เองมั้งเนาะ
It is so
ก็ตอบให้ไม่ได้หรอก
and something
ก็เลย
worse
ขอ
with
ไม่
the
ตอบดีกว่า
driving
เพราะเดี๋ยวมันก็
and
เป็นข้อมูลที่ไม่ถูกต้องครับ
What are you gonna do
ดู
about
มันเนี่ย
Oh
อ่ะ
man.
What
I mean,
is-
Mako, I mean, Mako is just
Black
trying to
lie.
create a curveball there.
GG
to hide
ว่ะ
in
ไปเป็น
plain
เล็ก
sight
2-0
right outside of the smokes to catch them off guard because otherwise they would have just had to go at the site for free. But
จุกขี้
Divide just picks them off.
And now DRX are like, well, I guess we just have to run again. They're just going to try to save here. Paper X, they didn't even really have to use much.
แทน
in
แบบ
terms of
วอลไว
utility,
เปอร์อะไรอย่างงี้ไง
some of
มัน
your
ปิดได้หลาย
basic
มุมหลาย
abilities,
จุด
they
อะ
get a
ถูก
couple
พอยต์อะ
shots
เฮ้ยพอแล้ว
on the entry, they take A
จบกับฮาบอ
essentially
มัน
free.
เถียงไม่หยุดไง
So,
เอ้ยแมวน่ะเลี้ยวเราก็หัดยอม
nothing
บ้างดิ
lost and
ยอมก็ได้
a
ไอ้
lot
เหี้ยมันก็ต้องมี
gained
ฝ่ายใดฝ่ายหนึ่งยอม
on the side of Paper X.
ถูก
ไม่งั้นมันก็ไม่จบไม่สิ้น
As now you can see they're on
ผมสอน
the
มัน
chase
เฉยๆ
as
เผื่อ
well. They know,
ไป
okay,
ต่อ
we're
ยอ
in
ด
a really good spot in this map. Let's try to take away some extra guns as the wraparound begins.
Yeah, I mean, Mind Freak's 1 point away from his ultimate. Buzz is spotted. Mind Freak too far to pick up on that, but something is on the loose again. They are tightening. They know
มัน
exactly
ใช้
where
เมาส์อะไร
Buzz
วะซัม
was.
ติงเดี๋ยวซื้อบ้างเดี๋ยว
Man,
โอ้ยเหี้ยจริง
this
จ
is
บ
getting rough,
เพื่อน
Willie.
กัน
They're taking out both guns
ไปถ่ายงานมาด้วยกัน
from Buzz and
ไปถ่ายงานมาด้วยกัน
his fellow teammate there. And something still
เพื่อนกัน
has
เพื่อนกัน
Empress. He just doesn't have a reason to use
No.
it. He's like, well, we're just winning so hard that I guess I'll just hold on to it for when we're in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely.
แล้วไม่มีใครดูห้องน้ำเลยไง
Those times where it doesn't feel bad.
เหี้ยไอ้โกบอก
that
งง
Bolt
ว่ะ
is just sitting there because there's literally no use
ว่า
for it. I mean,
RB
that's one of those
แล้ว RB ก็ไม่ดู
emergency fund
โอ้ย
ultimates
แล้วออกไปก็
that
ตาย
they
อีก
have not
ไม่ได้
been
เทรด
an emergency this entire first half.
Yeah. And you see once again the defense on A is not great.
RB
right?
พลาดครับ
The
จังหวะเมื่อ
entry
กี้
very clean from Paper X. Throw in a flash, peek through the wall and pick up the kills.
แฟดใช้ไหมไอ้เชี่ยนี่แม่งได้พีครัว
It just feels like DRX are not
กูไม่เห็นมันจะหยิบแฟลชมาใช้เลย
handling this very well on the A site.
ๆโอ้ย
As
เสร็จ
you
ละ
put
อ
very
ย่างนี้เสร็จละ
succinctly, William, so
ถ้าจริงได้วางเป้าอย่างนี้เสร็จ
see that once again, Paper X are just going to continue to attack it as here comes
None.
Jing, but immediately gets
None.
his head taken
Oh
off by
my
Mako.
Spike down
ไม่โดน
A.
ได้เหรอ
Can they recover the weapons? Mako does pick up a Vandal. He immediately goes down, but RB is there. RB's actually been able to get out of the site safely, and the spike is still marooned. The TP's come through as well. Stacks has a rifle in showers.
They're going to take out the Seeker. Something
Oh.
is going to get shot in the back.
Oh,
Buzz takes
but-
both out from
Holy
behind.
shit.
And finally, DRX back on the
Kom
board.
ja.
Big thrifty in round
Ow.
8.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
That
กดอัน
was
ติ
not
ด้วย
intended. I just looked over at the
เย็ด
just grabbing the back
ยัง
of his
ตึง
head.
ยังตึง
Must have been a misclick.
อย่างตึงอย่างตึง
อย่างนี้
Whatever,
Không có đa là
whatever
gì?
the reasoning, a
Không
mistake
có
was
tài,
made.
không có
Stacks
lốm
is
tỏ.
trying to laugh and calm him
Yang
down
ตึง
on
ยัง
stage
ตึง
right now, but
โอ้โห
Just telling him it's okay.
อ้าวโหเครียด
I mean,
Nah, nah,
you
gột
have
ผิด
to
น่าจะกด
recover
ผิด
from that when a
น่า
mistake
จะกดผิด
happens. Your
จะไม่
team
ออ
is
ละ
still
ทวย
have
เลย
plenty
สั
of
ตว์
ultimates.
Yeah.
น่าจะกดผิดครับ
He's just trying to make it a little bit
เหลวไปเลย
harder on the team. He's
เหลว
just
เลย
trying to limit tests a little bit, just seeing if they can win without the KO ultimate. You don't need that.
ชนมันใน
I mean,
เก
hey,
ม
you're
เหรอ
playing up against Arena anyway. She doesn't really use her skills, right? It's just an aim
Yeah.
goal anyway. Like,
Sure. Well, yeah, that's one of the things that, we get the replay, the crowd laughs. It's a funny moment, but for Buzz, that's rough. He's got to really resettle
เหี้ยคน
himself.
คน
He's been having like a
คนตัด
pretty
ไฮไลท์
good
ก็
day
เก่ง
so
นะเว้ย
far.
เหี้ยแม่ง
I
ก็
just hope that he
ตัด
doesn't
ช็อต
get
นี้
too
มาเร็ว
affected
จัด
by
เลย
that, and we can
ช็อต
just
ที่ไอ้
continue on and
บั
have
ต
a
รแบบ
close match here.
เหลวอะ
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you lose this map
Jedi,
and
Jedi.
this match, obviously that's a moment that haunts you. But if you win,
งานระดับ
forget it
ป
and
ระเทศ
move on. And
เป็นระดับ
DRX,
โลก
the team trying to do that
ทีมงานดี
alongside
ทีมงานเร็ว
Buzz.
ดี
Grenade to the back. They're going to put Stacks and Foxy in a rough spot, but wall goes up, and Foxy just going to run into
ไอ้เหี้ย
Hookah. Something
ไอ้เหี้ย
is
จริง
there.
หมดภาพเลยสัตว์เดินถ่ายกำแพง
Not before Foxy gets that kill. Out comes Stacks, picks up one, but is immediately traded back.
Yeah, but they even it out to a 3v3. The spike not planted just yet, and Buzz playing to just buy time. The Reckoning comes in as well. DRX is in a good
โอ้โห
position.
บัต
Oh, Buzz, fantastic
Oi.
angle taken
Ui,
as
khô
RB
từng.
comes in immediately to help him
Cái
out.
bạn
and
mới
make a
giữ đi
fantastic
vào.
stop on the plant there from DRX. And
ไม่จำเป็น
they
ต้อง
are
ใช้อ่ะ
in
อันติ
this
อ่ะ
map to win it.
An amazing response here from DRX on that defense. I mean, PRX looked like they might be running away with it, but that's why I wanted to remind everyone a couple rounds ago what the score was, because momentum on the side of PRX, but it was still anybody's first half, and DRX is still putting up a great fight.
Yeah, absolutely. It does feel like
แม่งมีแสง
DRX,
บอก
you
ไอ้
know,
เหี้ยเมื่อกี้
they're able to
ทำให้บัต
forget
เล่น
some
ง่า
of
ย
the mistakes. They used a couple of ultimates. Their hold on B was
เออ
very
อาบี
clean.
มาจัด11 ตัว
And now they're in a really good spot, actually, in this one. So let's see if they can
เอ้ย
get
เอ้า
it back. The Empress also used
จริ
by
งนี่ปืนอะไร
something
อ่ะ
finally. So he's not
อ
going
ย่าง
to
นี้
hold
กระโดด
on
เข้า
to
ยู
that.
ฮอ
He's got
ชัว
no
ร์
charge at this moment. Probably not going to
มัน
get
มี
it by
ที่
the
อื่น
end of
เล่น
the
ที่ไหน
map.
ล่ะ นอกจาก
Pops
ยูฮอ
off here
มาแล้ว
end of the half. As he will probably get it in this map once again.
ไปแล้ว
Still looking to peek into
เตรียม
hookah
ตัว
while the rest of the team is looking to push short again.
มาแล้วจ้าบึ้มบึ้มวู้ฮู้โล่ง ไม่มีใครให้มึงเล่นหรอก
เห็น
ดูวอลดิ
ทำไม เฮียอะไรวะเนี่ย
แต่ฝั่งนั้นก็มีอะ
อะไรวะเนี่ย
Can't really
แม่
see
เละเทะจัดอะนึกว่าเขาวงกด
Look at DRX, right? Now that they have control of showers,
แม่ง
they
มีวอล
can
สอ
just
งอัน
hold
กับ
on
มือ
to
เล
the
ย
site. They do not have to rush this defense. They can always retake from both angles.
Yeah.
หมดเลย
Now PRX
อัดกันอยู่
interrupts.
เสน่ห์ Valorant นี่แหละ
We kind of just have to peek them here as something is going to get that big peek in. RB gets one.
They're trying to get into the teleporter, and they will succeed in doing
TP
so. Divide
เรียบร้อย
survives on his
แล้ว
own.
ดู
and
ซัมติง
something
ไป
now
เดิน
watches
เปิด
Bravo.
บอมบีได้เฉยเลย
He's
อย่า
gonna
พีกอย่าพีก
spot
อย่าพีก
49, and even if he doesn't get the kill immediately, he
Ôi,
can relay
cái
that
này
to
mới
his
dụt.
team or making their way onto the side. And Jinx going to take his head off
อันนี้เหม็นนะ
immediately
อันนี้เหม็นนะ
as Foxy9 is
แล้ว
trying to
จริง
buy
สวน
time
เร็ว
for
ครับ
his team.
จริงสวนเม็ดเดียวที่หัวเลย
Hold on, let's just see how this round
That's something,
plays out. Buzz not able to get a kill, but you know how you can tell that
Chính
this
sổn
is
mất
a
điều
match
rồi hả?
between two absolute top-tier teams. Is that Stax also read that this was a possibility. He stayed in B site. He knew that we had them trapped in lamps. They have the possibility to rotate. Let's
ดู
see
ดิ
if someone lurks over
ลง
here.
โทษไป
Stax's read was
คมๆ
correct. It's just that something wins that duel, opens up B site for the rest of PRX.
Yeah. And that's
Oh, something
where,
ma.
you know, something was, he was playing the breach on
Duk
Frax,
la
so
dap.
it's kind of his role. But
Duk la
immediately
pe pe
he
le ko.
steps back into the duelist
Oh.
role. He's playing
เป็นครั้งแรก
Reyna
ที่ช
of
นะ
all things, and he is just
ใช่
getting
ปะไม่
some
รู้
of those entry kills,
ใช่ไหมแชท
some of those
ที่เขาให้
lurk
เป็น
kills
เล็กเป็นรองเพราะไม่เคย
really
ชนะ
pushing
DRX อีกเลย
the team over the edge. Like, it's still a close map, but it feels like the something factor is making a big difference here, especially in the latter half of this first half.
เฮียนะมันจะชนะเพราะซัมติงซัมติงเลน่าด้วย แล้วพีคสด
See what
Peak sột.
PRX can do. I mean, you
นี่
look
ไง
at
นี่
this.
ไง
Just saying
เว
the
ลามาดิ
cascade
เจ็
without
บ
an
แม่
extra
ไม่กลัวด้วย
flash,
เลน่า
without someone pushing
ยิงเสร็จ
off
ดูด
of
เลือด
it. I mean, this just, you know,
แม่งไป
somebody
กูว่า
just
แม่ง
said,
ทะลุ
"Okay, well, let's duel. You want a duel? I'll give it to you." I mean, he's confident.
เฮียนึกว่าแม่งบ้าไอ้เฮีย
He is the duelist after all. And you see him just peeking out, trying to catch the harbor RB as he's putting up that wall. Not meant to be.
ได้หี
The DRX are really playing on their hind legs, just waiting. Once again, waiting and watching, trying to stop the push.
เอาอีกแล้วกระแทกให้กระแทกให้ซัมติงขอกระแทกให้
Just
เอ้า
trying to
ไอ้
fish
จริง
for this harbor location, but this has allowed something to get deep into the site. I don't know if DRX is aware of this. They have no
Oh.
idea.
Oh God, something. He just opens up the back of the site so well.
Oh.
As Mako still
Madi,
in lamps,
Madi.
still
Madi,
in front, picks
Madi,
up two.
Madi.
And they're not able to take him down.
Ui,
Foxy9 as well, holding down the fort.
มาดิ
As
ปืน
the
คู่
spike
ใจ
is
เหรอ
down and PRX
เฮีย
in a pretty good
Không,
spot,
mày
but
ngoài
Mako
150 จะไหว
now
อะไรกับ1,800
still with the judge and Lance. We'll have to see what he can do as Forsaken takes out Stacks.
Oh.
Mako at least able to pick up a rifle, but he's all alone.
Oh, and look at Divide rotating very quickly, and then Forsaken repositioning as well. The
Oh.
post plant
ไอ้เหี้ย
continues
ใคร
to
จะ
be
เช็คไอ้
perfectly
เจสัน
played
นะ
by PRX. I mean, he has no idea that
เฮีย
Forsaken
เจสัน
already
แม่งเดินดี
through.
ชิบหาย
Once again, excellently done on the entry from PRX. Really just comes down to something sneaking through short and going straight through the middle, through the heart of A site.
Yeah, a great entry setup, and then actually right there, Mindfreak trying to keep the distance, knowing it was a judge, but Mako still gets an excellent kill. But right here, because they knew that Divide was at A short, and Mako tried to push out, reads that Divide rotated. He thinks they're both in showers.
เจสัน
Forsaken can just get him
เจ
from
สัน
the
หันไป
back.
There.
And Mako is back on the judge as he has his pit. He says, okay, no
เอ้า
more
ม่านไม่ค่อยดีนะ
of the A short
ม่านไม่ค่อยดีนะ
shenanigans.
RB ต้องซ่อมนะ
I'm using my ultimate. I've got a judge. You're not entering
ม่าน
through
เฮีย
here.
ของมันวะ
Okay, but if they want to keep that pit up,
Cứ
RB
mừng cạ-
cannot
cạ
let
pit
anyone
các bạn.
through from showers. You just
À,
simply
à, à,
cannot
ủa,
let this
tag nè.
happen. Because if
Là
it
bay
does
lời
happen,
khắp.
if something gets in,
Là
like
bay
this,
lời.
it is now
Là
a
mấy
danger
cùa.
to be pinched at
Là
any
ngồn mạc.
time.
Yeah,
Ui,
they
ui,
are
ui.
looking to pinch
ยัง
right
ไง
now. We
เช็ค
got
ไหม
the one way at least.
เช็คแน่
Harvey
อย่างเงี้ย
doesn't
เช็ค
know.
แน่
Harvey doesn't know that something's already
เฮ้ย
through.
ไม่เช็คว่ะ
Oh, well, he's about to get a rude awakening if that is the case.
ไม่รู้เหรอ
As here comes something on
เอา
the
มี
peak
เสียง
of RBs and
แต่
so
RB ไม่
strong.
สงสัยเลยเหรอ
There is the
โอ้
instant headshot.
RB
Something opens up the sight, and now Mako's like, oh, crap.
Yeah, I mean, now they have no reason to even touch the pit. They
Yeah.
can just ignore it.
Cool pit, bro.
Yeah.
เนี่ยซัมติงแม่ง
I mean,
เดิน
we'll
เป็น
let you
บ้าน
have
เล
the
ย
pit. We'll
เหี้
take
ย
the site.
Yeah.
And this post plant is just, I mean, what do you do? Obviously, you have to
Oh,
try to
really?
slow this
Wow.
round of the half, but the pit is surrounded. Showers control in Paper X's favor as well. Harbor, high tide coming up.
Mako is going to sneak into Lamps. We'll see if that works for him, but look at this. Something in the corner.
เฮ้ยเอาเล็งแม่งตรงกลาง
He's there as well.
ซัมติง
as
ได้
he's
สอง
holding
สา
it
ม
down. Gets the 2K. Stacks is
something.
desperate to try to hold on to this one. As now he got the orbital strike to come in, but at least it is going to be Stacks getting that last one. Mindfreak
back
buying time. Is there enough to go for the plant? The spray is not there, but Mindfreak
เอาแล้ววิ่งมา
gets
ตาย
the
ทำไม
one
อะ
guy
บัต
into Showers and makes
เอาแล้วบัตรวิ่งมาตายทำไมอ่ะไม่ยืนแบบล็อก
Paper X
แข็งๆให้
will
เพื่อนหน่อยวะ
enjoy in eighth. Agent picks.
พี่ลองคานดิรอบหน้า
Maybe, just maybe,
แล้วหยิบ
DRX
ฟัง
can
มา
pull
นั่ง
this back
ฟัง
into
ดิ
their favor.
คาน
ใช่
It's a
เพื่อ
possibility, but right now the read is there
กูก็กดดูย้อนหลังก็ได้ไหม
It's gonna be on B side.
ไอ้เฮียต้องให้กูไปคาน
I mean, it's just Forsaken watching for the Viper lurk by Lamps. They're already pushed out before the 0 point even lands.
Yeah, it's very Paper X and DRX. Again, they're like, okay, well, we're just not gonna fight you.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they have no idea how many exactly pushed out, right? And so now they have to slowly recheck it. That's about 20, 50, 20, 25 seconds shaved off the clock already.
โอ้ยเหี้ย
And Paper X, they have no reason to move either. They have no reason to rotate.
Yeah, you're essentially starting from information zero again.
เอาง่ายๆจะโดนให้ได้อะไอ้เร็ว
And let's see how it goes. Paper X now looking to push again.
ทำอะไร
this
ก็
time
ไม่
out
ดี
of
เนาะ
Hookah. As the rest of DRX are looking to push through main, they might get flanked here.
Oh, they will. But here's the thing: does Mako read it?
Hey!
Maka's about to see it. If not,
Finds one.
yeah, he gets the
ห่าง
one
กัน
and
เพียง
straight
เอื้
it
อม
back, and immediately they charge onto the
150
site. They know
และปืน
everybody
พก
else should be
150
in Hookah here.
God.
As
ไอ้เฮียเป็น
something
พระเจ้าเลยดิปืน
gets
พก
the one,
150
they push on in. The spam is not good
down.
enough as Buzz will take it out, but Jing and Forsaken traded out here. We do have the plant coming down from RB.
Planted.
Ghost picked up as well. They're so scratched up on the side of DRX. Can
Oh,
they hold
man.
on to this post plant? They are not in a good
หัวอะไรวะ
position.
เนี่ยไอ้เฮีย
They really are
Yeah,
not.
wall.
They
Me
gotta
the
take
clean.
some heads out.
Me the
Otherwise, I think
Lack.
this retake should come in from Paper X. As Forsaken, he lands the first one on an RB. The right click is not there, but Fox's information given away, and there it is. Forsaken with the 3K and holds down the pistol round for Paper X.
เจสันแม่งคมยังวะ
A
เหี้ยตัวแรกโคตร
9-4
เร็วเลย
lead. And
เร็วมาก
now
อะ
going into the second round of the half, the big question is
2-0
DRX, do you force by? I mean, it's an iffy round difference,
เหี้ยแล้ว
right? It's not
กูแม่นไปเปล่า
so
วะ
one-sided that you think there's no
แล้ว
hope,
ต่อไป
but
T1
at
เหร
the
อ
same time, the momentum is absolutely in Paper X's
ไปที่
favor.
วันจริงตัวที่สาม
See this last moment. They know exactly where Foxy 9 is, so Forsaken can just line it up, and he's pretty pumped, right? I mean, and you should be, as Paper X. You are about to potentially 2-0 DRX in under 2 hours. You're just like sweeping him, you know? It's
Yeah.
not that close. The first map was 13-5. Now it's 9-4.
I mean, they've been told their entire career in Valorant that W Gaming is great until it meets DRX. And today they're trying to prove everybody wrong that they can speed
ตาย
DRX as well.
เต็มหู เมื่อกี้ประมาณ 800 ดาเมจ
This
it's
is a speed
happening.
run. This is DRX any percent right now. And okay, trying to push through the wall here. Jing gets in a little bit of trouble, but something still holding down the fort.
Oh.
Now he's
Oh my
pushing.
God.
The
Something.
Reyna gameplay is out of
Yeah.
control. As Lamps is totally cleaned
ซัม
up.
ติง
It's a
เล่นเป็น
flawless,
บ้านเลยครับ มั่นใจ
not a
มาก
single point of damage given over to Paper X. Not even one. I checked.
Oh.
I checked all the armor this time. Okay.
เฮียตบ DRX
Not
เป็น
even
ขี้
one. All right. I mean, you know what the annoying thing about Reyna as someone who wants to break down the game is
เอ้ยเอ้ย
it's
โอเว่น
so
โอเว่น
hard
โอเว่น
to tell
อย่าแสดง
how
ความ
much
คิด
of
เห็น
this
นาย
is
โง่ครับ
actually using the
เดี๋ยวพี่ขอ
agent so well versus
Enemy
just
remaining.
getting kills, right? I mean, because the agent, I mean, revolves around getting kills. I mean, your entire kit is based on getting that initial kill. But I guess if you're something, that's a guaranteed, and then you can work off of the utility.
Yeah, it certainly helps when something is piloting it. He's got a judge against an eco, and it's just kind of going to town. So now, DRX, this is pretty much crunch time. Like, if you can't win this round, say goodbye to your chances of getting all of those benefits from winning this upper bracket finals. Something's position is going to be given away. And the judge is not good enough this time. Mako going to line that up and get the kill. DRX clean onto the B site.
All right, PRX, the initial two members, I mean, sure, Forsaken was trapped, but Jing kind of rushing in, trying to flood the site because they don't have as strong firepower here on that side of PRX. And now the retake's looking pretty difficult. The goal for PRX has got to be just doing as much economic damage as possible.
There's just so much stuff that's being thrown in their face. A poison orb, the cascade. You've got like the toxic screen.
โพยลุงบูมในดิสได้เรื่องไหมคืออะไร
That door, for all intents and purposes, the door is closed.
ไม่มันคนละทัวร์นาเมนต์กันทัวร์นาเมนต์มันเก็บสถิติตามทัวร์นาเมนต์ครับ1ทัวร์นาเมนต์ตัด1ทัวร์นาเมนต์ตัด
Have one Vandal on Forsaken, so they're just going to run away with that.
Mind Freak's going to save because he's got the full armor, even if it's
อยู่รู้
just
เรื่อง
a
เหี้ยอะไร
Spectre. Okay, just trying to snowball the econ as much as possible.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, this is a purely mathematical choice, right? Because if it's just a Spectre
Or
and
something.
half armor or less, oftentimes you would say, well, you know, why not just die to the spike?
Something.
You get a couple hundred extra creds, and then go into the next round, you're going to buy the rifle anyway. But if you have full armor, that's, you know, 1,000 creds versus only 600 on the half
เฮ้ย
armor. So
หูฟังจะ
mathematically,
พังแล้วเหรอ
And now Alex
ขยับ
is
สาย
gonna
แล้วมัน
take this
ออกข้างเดียวแล้วอะ
opportunity to give a
เสียตังค์อีกแล้ว
team. They did lose the bonus, but I mean, I think that's totally fine. DRX though pretty clean on their entry, and again, this is kind of that round where, as Alex, you're saying, okay, well, we've still got a couple of timeouts. Let's just kind of take the wind out of their sails the second they even get one round.
โอ้ย
And
ไม่
try
ซ่อ
to
ม
break
เลย
it
เฮีย
down
ซื้อใหม่เหอะ
and really try to take the next one, so we don't even give them a slight chance.
Yeah,
เผื่อ
absolutely.
ซ่อมแพงกว่า
This is often a good timing just because you're gonna have generally a twist on your defaults in the first couple rounds, right? It's a pistol, then you have the absolute gun advantage, then it's a bonus. So now, I mean, DRX is still left wondering, okay, what is the go-to default from
ฟัง
PRX
มาแชลครับมาแชล
Oh God.
Rein him in. That's what Alex has to do.
ไอ้เหี้ย
That's
อเล็ก
been
จู
the
ง
job he's given.
ไอ้พวกนี้โดนอเล็ก
Let
จูง
me tell you, it is not a job I think a lot of people envy. It is a tough one, but he's doing a great job of it today.
It was such a funny sign because all the players had the same exact face as well. It's like 5 minions of Alex. That was so cool. Something now has Empress and an operator, so this is going to be, you know, he held on to the judge for a couple of rounds in a row, ends up dying in the last one and says, well,
มาแชลมันชื่อ
now's
ปืน
my
ครับ
time to
พี่
shine
คิดว่าผม
and
โง่เหรอ
knock some people down.
ไม่เลยน้อง พี่ไม่ได้คิดว่าน้องโง่เลย
Forsaken
The
just
bar.
checking close on the cascade. He just doesn't want to give up that space for free. He knows
Yeah,
that
but
the
he didn't
cascade doesn't
think, eh?
actually stop anything.
He's going to try to basically put up everything he can. As the angle is being checked,
อ้าวแล้วโดดมาอย่างนั้นนะนะ
them on the entry here as the cove goes up as well.
Yeah.
DRX once
Oi.
again clean on
เหี้ย
their entry
บับเบิ้ล
this
ขึ้น
time
ไม่
on
เสร็จ
the A
ตาย
side.
เลย
Well, and now with the operator, I mean, this is a round where PRX has to start considering saving. I mean, unless Devi or Jing get the first kill to even the numbers, which they will not. I mean, this is all signs point to a save.
Come.
Yeah, you gotta run away.
Come
I don't
back,
believe
come
DRX.
back
อ้าวแล้วซัมติงถือสไนเหรอ
of the
มันไปหยิบของใครมาหรือมันซื้อเนี่ย
Yeah.
So
ซื้อ
probably
ใช่ไหม
best to just kind of hide that info away from DRX. Now, you know, if just because it's something playing that Reyna, I don't mind the operator because let's just assume he's going to get the first kill because he always will. Then he can dismiss out, so it still does its job.
ทำไมมันปวดขี้เอาปะ
And I
He
mean, this
looked
off
like
is,
a
it's
fair.
hard to read. It's hard to expect because you cannot.
ของมันคู่
You
กันเหรอ
normally
วะ
don't
กาแฟ
see
กับ
the
ขี้
Reyna piloting the op,
แต่
right?
แต่
That's
ขี้
just
ดีกว่า
not
อย่าง
a
นี้
common thing. You
Ow.
just don't see Reynas at this level of play anyway. So we'll see. We'll be able to tell in the pre-round setup here from DRX if they suspect that an operator is in play just because of the save here.
Foxy pushes through with the blast
พี่
back.
ไม่ต้องเสียตังค์ด้วยใช่ปะ
Enters so cleanly, picks up the
ใช่อะ
2
แต่เสีย
headshots,
สติ
also
ไอ
gets
เลียว
the one
มึง
hit
บ้าเปล่า
support on the
เหี้ย
team.
ควายไหนจะแดก
Expecting
ขี้
one guy to rotate.
พี่
So
บอก
Foxy
เอง
9 is really trying to essentially step up to the same
ไป
plate
แล้ว
that
ไปแดก
something
ขี้
has
แล้วน่ะ
had and carry the team. He's doing a pretty good
Yeah.
job.
Okay.
บอกกูเสียสติแม่งไป
Next
แด
on
ก
the
ขี้
showstopper. We'll see what he can do in this round.
เต็มเมื่อวันน่ะ
Okay, they are looking to check B main, but the 0 point's going to hit him, so he's going to have to back off. Okay, he doesn't get tagged by it, though. So still taking a very aggressive position just in the middle of the site.
Yeah. So rough, too, to play this operator against a Harbor.
เฮ้ยมึงรู้ชื่อจริงรู้ได้ไงวะ
I mean, there's going to be so many
มึงเป็น
walls
ส
in
ต็
your
อก
face.
เกอร์เหรอ
Jing sitting in hookah, just holding down the fort by himself. Flashback is not good, but he's still able to land that shot. And something is hopping people down. It is a flawless in round
ไม่ได้
17.
ดูเลย
I don't even know. If I had to give an MVP to that round, I could not possibly choose, because here's the crazy thing, is that DRX had all the information they needed in window. They knew that there was one person on the left corner, and then the shots on the boombot were coming from the right. So you see paint shells and snakebite, and Jing survives all of it, dodges all of it, gets 2 kills. Meanwhile, something gets killed, and then he dismisses forward through the high tide to check if the rest of DRX has made it into the site. He gives vision. I mean, he is playing this Reyna as best as you can.
It's initiator Reyna at this point. He's like getting in, he's getting the information, calling it to his team. It's kind of insane what this player can do at the highest level of Reyna play. As you mentioned, we don't see it all the time, as now we got DRX, or rather PRX, pushing out a short and trying to get in behind Mako.
And there's there. They have no idea that this push could be here this quickly. Showstopper's coming in, but Jin just closes the gap to force that he has to die to his own as well. Forsaken gets the flank.
Yeah, Mako's totally down. He's out of the fight. And now DRX are like, well, we might as well teleport out because our entire plan on B is just gone. Here's something
มัน
now.
แตกมันแตก
Tries to take that shot through the wall, not going to happen, but Forsaken
man,
is on the
man,
side
look
and
at
he
that.
lights
Top
up 3 in a row, picks up the 4K, and PRX are 1 round away from 2-0ing DRX.
Match point.
เรียบเลย
This is upgraded PRX. There should be 0 doubts about that anymore, because that rotation, the way they play the map, it is not just aggression, the way they slow down the flank. Forsaken gets the kill, and then Reyna is holding elbow, but in a position where something can rotate quicker to A site. That gives time. He fires the op shot to distract them. Meanwhile, Forsaken can hide right in front of showers. I mean, the map control is immaculate from PRX.
แก้เกมเฮียอะไรกูอยู่นี่แก้เกมอะไรมึง
It's so oppressive. Like, how do you even deal with this
Kaya
even
pa,
as
wala.
DRX and
Apa
Termi
ni,
waited
kaya?
literally until the last moments. The 12th round is picked up by PRX. He calls their second timeout. He did call one earlier on, and you know it kind of had middling success. And this is going to be their last chance to try to pull it back and win 6 rounds in a row. That doesn't seem remotely possible at this point, William. I don't see how DRX can come back against a team that's playing this well.
Yeah, I mean, PRX is just feeling it, and the biggest thing is it's not just something. I mean, we're focusing on him because of the Reyna play, but the way that Forsaken is using his usual moving around the map, Devi has just been popping off the entire series. Jing, again on that raise, he's always been trustworthy on the raise, but he's been so good. And then Mind Freak is back in peak condition. I mean, this is the best PRX we've seen in a long time.
ตบเดียอีกยับเลย
It's
อ่ะ
pretty insane.
โคตรโหด
A lot of us predicted the PRX
ทำจริง
today,
มันเล่น
but
เหมือนกูเลยนะ
wasn't predicting it to be this one-sided. Let's see how this goes. As Jing is just in their face immediately. The showstopper somehow, yeah. Even with his own rocket, kind of getting that AoE onto him, does not matter. And now DRX are down a member.
Launching smoke.
I mean, even luck is not on DRX's side. Foxy9 dies to his own showstopper the round before, and Jing says, I get to survive with 1 HP. Goes back and gets the heal up. He's dodged.
เฮ้ยไอ้แคนดี้ครีม
They do not suspect this, and that is spiked down.
Oh God, they are just.
I mean, look at the spread on the map.
What do you even say? They're just destroying them.
Yeah, they're stomping DRX. This is not something I have ever had to say casting DRX in Korea.
How about another flawless? Nope, not going to happen. Buzz will not let that happen. He's going to spray the body out of frustration. And he's going to get sorted for the final kill of the 2-0. PRX book their ticket directly to the grand finals here at VCT Pacific. They earn all those bonuses. And even more than that, perhaps, is the massive showing they have. They finally take down DRX.